this is really good news for those of us who find life too small, too hard, these are all the same things, they all go together. When reality is small, it's also has a level of density that makes it hard to move through, makes it disappointing. All of those things are connected. It's the size of the reality. A bigger level of reality is lighter, it's more open. You've got the same amount in this size or this size. So I realised that when we talk about enlightenment and we say, oh, when I'm enlightened, I will reach this certain level of my being and then it will be all right. It's not about that. It's about density and expansion. So when your reality opens out, it lifts off from that feeling of being constricted, being in a reality that's too small for yourself. It actually goes quite fast the smaller it is, and that like frustration and overwhelm is all connected to the size of our reality, and we can open out our reality, which makes it lighter. But when we have this word like enlightenment, like I have to attain this level of purity and goodness, and then most of us fail at that because we're human. So what I just realised is it's not about being perfect and never doing anything wrong and then you're allowed your reality to be easier and better, because we've all made mistakes, we've all effed up, and we're keeping this lighter version of reality at bay because we essentially don't think we're worthy of it. So I realised a while ago that there's this invisible like force field that holds reality either this size or this size. What is that? And it's actually shame. And we might not think that we're holding any shame, but if we don't feel, or if we're not living the reality as we want it to be, then shame is often the answer. There's cultural, ancestral shame. We don't even know we're carrying it. And this is the place that I work at with the course, Optimal Operating. Shame keeps things small, heavy, and low. So when we learn to recognize it and release it, that's the enlightenment. You don't have to be perfect or have done better or whatever else we put on that. You just have to recognize that there's a high level of shame on earth. We've all been affected by it, and it's literally that keeps us. I'm not good enough to have it all good. I'm not worthy of this. I call it that life, the one that we have like, oh, it should be like that, it should be like that. We often think, I'm not worthy of that life because A, B, and C. It's not about that. It's about recognizing the way that humanity have been put into shame. And that's quite a sad thing, but to understand it and unentwine it from ourselves, which is exactly what happens in optimal operating, means that reality is able to open out and expand into more, and it becomes lighter. That makes it easier to manage. It's more open and expansive. The same amount of energy and matter can be in this version of reality or in this. So there's more room, there's more space. You can you breathe deeper, you feel a level of freedom, things are lighter to manage. It's physics. So it's psychology and then the physics that is basically a reflection of our own psychology. When we learn to lift ourselves up out of feeling any sort of level of heaviness about ourselves, and I didn't do this and I did that, and this weight, this burden we carry, we need to let that shit go, because the planet needs people to lighten up their own reality first and be a representation of how we can all live at a level that we really want to be living at, that's big and satisfying and larger than if you are currently feeling that your reality is too small for yourself. That's how you get the bigger version. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, there's a link in the description below. Optimal Operating is the course where that's exactly how I work with people. Okay, thank you for watching.